Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. So today we are tier ranking my 5-star reads of 2020, of which there are a lot. I don't think I've ever had this many 5-star reads in a single year, and the year's not even done yet. So we're going to rank all of them and figure out which books are truly the best of the best, top of the 5-star totem pole. Let's go. Okay, got my screen recording going here. So we have 4 categories here. And the top is obviously going to be the best of the best, the 5-star books that I will keep rereading forever, that I will always love. The next best category is kind of the enthralling, sucked me in 5-star books that I read in like a day or were just really exciting, and those are some of my very favorite kind of books. So that's my second category. The third category is beautifully written or important. So this is literature that definitely deserves a 5-star rating, but is maybe not the most fun. And I don't know, when I read, I like it to be fun, so I feel like that category is above a beautifully written book. I don't know, this is my subjective ranking system, so that's just how I rank it. And then the final category is things that I rated 5 stars because they were cute and fun and I just enjoyed it enough to make it a 5-star read. So I have 26 books here that I've read so far this year that I've given 5 stars. They are not in the order that I read them at all, so we're just gonna do this randomly. All right, the first one is Dangerous Girls / I'll Never Tell by Abigail Haas. This is a YA mystery thriller. It made me so mad the whole time. It's basically this group of friends that are stuck in Aruba over spring break, and they get sucked into some devious things. One of their friends gets killed and they're suspected of murdering her, and they get stuck at this trial in this foreign country. And I'm gonna put this in enthralling, sucked me in, because I did read this in less than 24 hours and it was very exciting. I don't think it's best of the best though. Next up we have Bird Box by Josh Malerman, one of my favorite horror books of all time. I love this book so much. I think it really plays on like the psychological horror of like, this could be real, maybe in some adjacent world or reality, but I don't know. It definitely was enthralling and stuck me in. Is it best of the best? I feel like I have to put it in best of the best. Like, it is my favorite horror book. I have to put it there. I have to. It's just how it's gonna be. Okay, and The House We Grew Up In by Lisa Jewell is next. So this is a crazy family drama. It's very twisted and mysterious. I'm also gonna put this one in enthralling, sucked me in, because I don't think it's best of the best of the best of the best of the best, but it definitely sucked me in and made me keep reading, which I love that in a book. Same thing with The Butcher by Jennifer Hilliard. This is like a slasher kind of thriller and I loved it. It really sucked me in, but it's not like best of the best. Like, it was almost there, almost to like top favorite books of all time, but it wasn't. A Man Called Ove. I'm gonna put this in beautifully written and important because I just think it's a really sweet story and it is really beautifully written. It's not in my top of all time though. Third Wife by Lisa Jewell. It's gonna be a fun read. It was another one about a twisted family that has all this drama and like mysterious things going on. This man is on his 3rd wife, but like he's friendly with his first 2 wives, and like all their like separate little families like all meet up and do things together, and it's like very weird and unsettling, but I had a fun time reading it, which is why I gave it 5 stars. Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. That's a best of the best, all-time favorite thriller. This top category is going to be like very difficult to get into. Like, I really loved all these books, every single one, but getting into that top category, I'm not just going to give it to any book. So you know that I really love Pretty Girls because that's like an automatic best of the best. The Hating Game is my favorite romance I've ever read, so it also goes in best of the best. It's an office place, enemies to lovers romance, and I absolutely adore it. Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. This was my first 5-star book of this year. I read it in a day. I did guess the killer. Though. So I'm gonna put it in the second category of like enthralling, sucked me in. I feel like every 5-star thriller that's not my favorite thriller of all time is going in that second category. Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris, though, this is like favorite of all time. This like mind fucked me. It's a domestic thriller about a woman who has a seemingly perfect life, but you never know what goes on behind closed doors. And wow, it's terrifying and one of my favorite thrillers I think I'll ever read. I Found You by Lisa Jewell. It was fun. I definitely had a lot of fun reading that. And I give it 5 stars because it's Lisa Jewell and I love her writing style and her books are always fun and enthralling. But I don't know, that one wasn't on the level of some of her other ones. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Definitely putting this in the important category. It sucked me in a different way than a thriller does, obviously, because it's a YA contemporary with social commentary, which, you know, takes some brain power and you definitely can't get lost in it because it makes you think about the real world and like life going on around you. So it does take like concentration to read a book like that, which is why I'm going to put it in this category. I also love the writing style in that book. But it's not like a favorite, something I'm gonna want to reread a million times over, because my very favorite books are, I don't know, just like a fun escapism kind of things. If I have to think about issues that are too real, I start to check out, unless I'm like, you know, actively wanting to read something like that. Like The Hate You Give, or something for the beautiful writing like A Man Called Ove or something like that. But usually these top books right here are going to be pretty light, unless it's like, I would not call Pretty Girls light, but like, I don't know, thrillers are my thing. So yeah, I don't have to justify my categories to y'all. This is subjective, so just let me live. Sometimes I Lie. I had a fun time reading that. The twists definitely were like making me freak out. I have a reading vlog, reading Sometimes I Lie and predicting the twists, and I was like getting so into it. So I'll link that below if you haven't seen it, but it's a fun time. So that's why I give it 5 stars. Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. Definitely best of the best. It is my new favorite domestic thriller, probably tied with Behind Closed Doors. I mean, it's my ideal book. Like, I couldn't ask for anything more, really. It's rich ladies getting into drama, trying to steal each other's lives, and murders involved. Like, that is my ideal book. That is what I'm looking for. Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I'm gonna put this in enthralling, sucked me in. Like most of her other books, I read this in one day. The mystery was definitely sucking me in. I absolutely loved that aspect of it, but it wasn't giving me like what Behind Closed Doors is giving me. You know what I mean? What Gives You Lululemons. That was cute and fun, chick-litty beach kind of read, and I really enjoyed it, but definitely not best of the best. It's just 5 stars because I can't find anything wrong with it. It was just a fun time, and sometimes the books that are just a fun time are what you need, and that deserves a 5-star ranking in my opinion. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I mean, how many times did I cry reading this book? 10, 12. That's a favorite of all time. Amazing. Chef's kiss for Where Crawdads. Chef's kiss for Where the Crawdads Sing. How Not to Die Alone by Richard Roper. I'm gonna put this in beautifully written and important. I think it touches on a lot of things that I care about, like in the mental health field, like addressing trauma and repression and depression and things like that. So I definitely think that's important, and I really like the writing. It's like heartbreaking, so, but it's not like best of the best of the best. Like I would compare it to Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine, but that's like a 5-star, that's best of the best. This is a 5-star that's really beautiful and important, but it's not on that level. But needless to say, I still recommend every single one of these books, like gave them all 5 stars, so I love them. Bunny by Mona Awad. Oh my gosh, this is another great horror book. I would not say it's cute or fun. I would say it's enthralling and sucked me in, because I just kept reading to figure out what the hell was happening the whole time. Like I did not know what was happening. It's such a weird cult dark academia book, and if you're like on the edge of wanting to read like weird twisted horror books, I would definitely recommend you trying Bunny first, because it's great. And yeah, not best of the best, not like Bird Box level, because I just didn't understand half of it. It's like very up to your own interpretation, which is why it's not in the best of the best, but still really good. The Shadows. I'm gonna say this sucked me in. This is another one that I read in less than a day. And yeah, wow. Alex North is one of my new favorite thriller authors, that's for sure. Daisy Jones and the Six. This reads like a music biopic, and I really enjoyed it. If you like character-based novels, you will really like Daisy Jones and the Six. It follows, you know, this band and everything they're doing, and it's in best of the best. It's just one of my favorite contemporaries that I've read this year, and I guess it's not a contemporary. Well, technically, like the interview of like what you're reading is happening in contemporary times, but they're reminiscing about times in the like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. So is it technically a historical fiction, but it's happening in present day? I don't know. I have no idea what genre to call Daisy Jones, but let's just say that it doesn't matter because it's best of best. Ooh, Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. Ooh, this is my favorite Riley Sager book that he's ever written, and I love it so much. Oh my god. It's like haunted house, Haunting of Hill House kind of vibes, and I love thrillers that keep you guessing, like, is it supernatural or is it human, caused by humans, like man-made horror. So I feel like I have to put this in best of the best, and my best of the best category is getting so huge, but like, these are my 5-star reads. What do you expect? If I Never Met You by Vari McFarlane. This was a super cute romance that I really related to, and yeah, that's why I rated it 5 stars, but it's not like literary genius, you know what I mean? Beach Read by Emily Henry. I'm gonna put this in the cute category as well. It's not to the level of The Hating Game, although I did cry. So maybe I should move it up because I did cry. I cried at Beach Read. I feel like I was really invested in their relationship, but it's not a very top favorite. So I'll put it in Suck Me In, which is kind of weird to say about a romance, but I don't know, it did. It sucked me in. I wanted to know how their relationship was going to end up, so it kept me reading. An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Unpopular opinion that I have it as a 5-star, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's because of the like psychological perspective, which if you don't know, I got my BA in psychology and I'm currently getting my master's in mental health counseling. So that was very interesting for me to read about, and yeah, I enjoyed the like mystery thriller aspects and I had a fun time reading it. So it's going in that last little category. Last one, this was my second 5-star read of 2020. It is The Color of B. Larkham's Murder by Sarah J. Harris, maybe? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen if that is incorrect. I'm definitely going to put this one in beautifully written and important because it is both of those things. It draws attention to autism and kids who are at different places on the spectrum and how you can relate to them and talk to them and how their minds work. And I think that's important. Even though it is fiction, obviously it mirrors what happens in life. And if I ever have to work with a child with autism in my practice, which I'm sure I will eventually, I feel like this book will help me relate to them better. So I feel like that's important. Also, I really did enjoy the writing style and the mystery that was going on in this book. Basically, a child with autism witnesses a murder and he relates to people by communicating with colors and painting. So it's difficult to get him to like say what actually happened, but I really like the journey of like his dad coming to understand him and things like that. So yeah, it was beautiful, and that's another one that I cried at. And anyway, I could talk about that book forever, but this is my final ranking. Woohoo! We have a lot of books in the best of the best. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of my reads this year so far are best of the best of all time books. Like, I feel like I'm having a wonderful reading year, and I can't wait to do my yearly wrap-up. This is making me so excited for that, even though it's not even fall, and I'm so excited to read all the fall books and Christmas books, and oh my gosh, I have so many fun things coming for the channel and just for my reading in general. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me tier rank all of my 5-star reads so far, and I recommend these books. Seriously, every single one of them. Go read them. I feel like if I had a class, I feel like if I was a professor and I had like a class on like Hailey approved literature, this would be the syllabus. So go read these books, and thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching this video today. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.